unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Coming up on Daily Iowan TV, the University of Iowa Museum received a very special gift. Stick with us to find out what it is.
And we'll give you an inside look at war-torn Syria from a perspective that's a little closer to home.
And in sports, pregame is back.
We have all that and much more coming up at the top of the hour because Daily Iowan TV starts right now.
I'm Tom Brokaw. For more than 100 years now, the University of Iowa community has been waking up to the Daily Iowan. Today, it's the largest newsroom in eastern Iowa. And now you can see the news every night on Daily Iowan TV and get it anytime worldwide at dailyiowan.com.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Muriel Kone.
And I'm Tasha Woods, and thanks for joining us on this Thursday evening.
We begin tonight with breaking news. 2 Iowa City residents are accused of tax evasion. The accused, Darlene and James McCord, has given the University of Iowa nearly $3 million worth of donations. The accusation was filed by the U.S. Attorney General of the state of Nevada, and the Daily Iowan has reached out to the university and is still waiting for comments. Still to come on tonight's show, you may have seen some of these colorful apples on the menu, and the University of Iowa only gets them from one special location. We'll tell you where in just a bit.
And in sports, our Daily Iowan TV sports pregame show is just around the corner.
But first, let's check in on Kelsey Cuniff in the weather studio. Kelsey, what can we expect for this week?
Hey guys, don't worry about those 100-plus temperatures we saw earlier in the week are gone for now. For starters, Friday morning will have some of the lowest temperatures we've seen in quite some time, with a temperature of 55 degrees. By mid-afternoon, the temperature will reach a brisk 70 degrees. Expect temperatures to drop back down to 61 degrees at night. Looking at the extended forecast, Saturday temperatures will reach a high of 75 degrees with partly cloudy skies throughout the day. Sunday, the weather is looking a little more gloomy with a high chance of rain. Monday, the weather will remain cloudy with a high of 73. Tuesday and Wednesday are looking both to be in the mid-80s with a high chance of storms on both days. That's all I have for weather. Back to you at the desk.
Iowa SJMC.
Want a major that'll take you somewhere?
I joined and now I'm in Los Angeles, California, interning for Conan O'Brien at Warner Brothers Studios.
I joined and now I'm working in public relations for diabetes research.
SJMC.
All right, thanks, Kelsey. And a lot of farmers have been suffering from the late summer and fall weather.
But apple growers are prospering. This is one of the best years yet for Wilson's Orchard, located just outside of Iowa City.
Yeah, and the amazing amount of apples they've been able to produce allows them to provide more for the university. We have Spotlight Iowa City reporter Rebecca Hager here with more.
Thanks, ladies, and welcome to Spotlight Iowa City. I'm Rebecca Hager. So the owner tells me that the trees have been working extra hard to produce to make up for last year's bad crop. Last year at the orchard, they lost 99% of their apples. This year, though, Wilson's Orchard is having an almost record crop that allows them to provide 100% of the University of Iowa's dining hall's apples in the fall.
Wilson's Orchard, 1/4 of a mile. The checkpoint that has your mouth watering for a crisp fall taste. It's where you can find trees sagging with apples, pickers piling their pails, and buckets, so you can pick sweet, juicy apples yourself.
Honeycrisp, Galas, crab apples, Rayburn. This place has 130 varieties of apples.
All those apples can be found 7 miles down the road from the University of Iowa. But now students can enjoy the apples without ever leaving campus.
We can pick that apple fully ripe and deliver it to them. Doesn't have to be refrigerated. It can go right into the students' mouths, basically, almost from the tree up.
In the fall, Wilson's Orchard supplies over 4,000 apples to the university each week. The turnover is so quick that just 24 hours from the branch, the apple winds up in a student's stomach.
The apples are handpicked right here off of these trees, and from the orchard to the market, quality is priority.
we think that the local apples, have a much better bite and have a much better flavor than the ones that we can buy throughout the rest of the year.
And students seem to agree.
Mm-hmm.
But apple season only lasts a few months, and soon the sound of apples falling into buckets will fade into the quiet calm of winter.
The university also buys fresh cider from the orchard. I tried it and it's amazing, so you can find that in each of the dining halls. It goes quickly, so don't stall.
Rivalry weekend officially T-minus 48 hours away in the Hawkeye State.
And to get you ready for everything set to take place at the stadium on Saturday night, Lauren Moss and Josh Bolander are here for pregame.
Hello and welcome back to the Daily Iowan TV Sports pregame show. Joined once again by Miss Lauren Moss, I'm Josh Bolander. A lot on tap here tonight on the program. Ross Rance makes his return to the pregame show. Jordan Cotton talks sibling rivalry, and as always, we'll dive into the numbers to see how the stats stack up for the black and gold.
Definitely a jam-packed edition of the show tonight, Josh. So let's jump right in with some big-time perspective from ESPN.com's Big Ten blogger, Adam Rittenberg. And Adam, let's kick things off with Jake Rudolph. Initial thoughts?
Well, I think he moved around better than the last couple Iowa quarterbacks. He's made some mistakes, which are to be expected. Again, I think the decision-making is going to be the key going forward, whether he can improve there and limit some of the turnovers. Iowa just isn't good enough, like a lot of teams, to survive those types of mistakes. But I think the key there is that he has been able to make some throws downfield and has a little bit of mobility.
And we'll get you out of here on this. Adam, which way are you leaning at this very moment? Hawks or Cyclones?
I would lean a little bit towards Iowa because of their offensive line, but it is on the road and against an opponent they have had struggles with, really throughout Kirk Ferentz's time there.
All right, thanks for that, Adam. And we heard which way Adam's leaning, but does that still make Iowa a Hawkeye state? Or have the black and gold's noisy neighbors up I-80 officially stolen the crown? Ross Rance debates.
Thanks, guys, and welcome back to this week's installment of Ross Rants. This week we'll be asking the question, is Iowa in fact a cyclone state? Now you guys may be rolling your eyes in front of your television sets right now, but listen to this statistic. Out of the last 15 meetings between the two teams, Iowa's only won 6. Now, Kirk, you just got to do a little bit better than that. You've won your last 2 against the Cyclones, and you just got to win this one to break the streak. You haven't won that many in a row since the very beginning of your tenure, when you lost 4 in a row to the Cyclones. That's just unacceptable for us here in Hawkeye land. Now, I'm calling a big game for Mark Wiseman here. You got to carry the rock and run it down their throats. Northern Iowa ran for a total of 229 yards against this Iowa State defense. Iowa put up nearly 300 last week against Missouri State. I'm saying feed the ball, give it to Mark Wiseman and David Bullock. Let them carry the rock. We'll ride their coattails to victory. Thanks a lot, guys, and back to you.
Thank you, Ben. Entertaining as always. Certainly this weekend's rivalry will have a state divided, but in one particular member of the Black and Gold's home, this weekend's game will have a house divided. Our player insider, Alyssa Bergamini, is standing by. Alyssa?
Hey guys, Alyssa Bergamini, joined by Jordan Cotton. Jordan, besides this last weekend, your last win was against Michigan State in October. How did it feel to win again?
It definitely felt good to win again. You know, we haven't won here in a while, and it was definitely to get back on the winning category.
Offense, you guys ran an impressive 489 yards. What will you guys do to keep up with that trend?
You know, practicing at a faster tempo, every week, and playing at a faster tempo in the games, and it's been working out for us so far.
Now, Iowa State is a big rivalry for you, more than just football. Why is this?
My brother plays on for Iowa State, so it's definitely a big rivalry for me and my family, and it's definitely fun. Whoever comes out with the W, we got the bragging rights for that year.
And where will your family be sitting? Which side?
My mom usually sits on his side, and then my dad usually sits on my side since he played here. So that's how it is. And then we'll just split up some of our family members on his side and my side. So.
Okay, well, thank you, Jordan, and good luck. Back to you guys.
Cotton may be the big play threat outside the hashes, and Weissman may receive much of the attention during the build-up to Saturday night's clash, but Damon Bullock should be the hawk Cyclone fans should worry about most of the game if it's close in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Josh, in a 3-point game last season against ISU, Bullock had his number called 7 times in the fourth quarter, meaning Greg Davis wanted the ball in number 5's hands 1 out of every 4 plays. Who could be making the difference come Saturday night? Inside the Numbers starts now.
Mark Weissman, Damon Bullock, and young gun LaShawn Daniels may be the three-headed monster Iowa needs in its backfield. But don't sleep on starting quarterback Jake Rudock's ability to run the football either. The first-year signal caller already has 3 touchdowns on the ground this season, and considering State gave up over 200 yards rushing in a season-opening loss to FCS Northern Iowa, the scampering sophomore could help put points on the board early in Jack Trice. If the game does get close late, though, expect Greg Davis to open things up. After going to the air 14 times in the 19 plays the Hawks ran in the fourth quarter in last year's 3-point home loss to the Clones in Iowa City. Despite that season-opening loss for State, the Cyclones should be happy to see Kirk Ferentz and his Hawks come to Ames. While Ferentz's predecessor Hayden Fry reeled off an impressive 15 straight by a combined score of 590 to 206 in his day, Ferentz is 6-8 in the rivalry, and only 2-2 in 4 matchups so far, with ISU's rising coaching star Paul Rhodes. Let's hesitate on calling Iowa a Cyclone State, though. Iowa still leads the all-time series in wins, bowl games, conference titles, and weeks in the AP's top 25.
Well, guys, that's going to do it for us here on pregame tonight. But a quick look at our producing staff's power rankings going into week 3 of the college football season.
Kirk's crew only topping Purdue and its first-year head coach Darrell Hazel, with Michigan State, Illinois, and Indiana coming in at 8, 9, and 10 respectively.
Minnesota may be the biggest surprise, sliding in at 7, while Nebraska and Penn State are sitting comfortably at number 6 and 5. Wisconsin comes in at number 4 after 2 straight shutouts to open their 2013 campaign, while the Wolverines and Fitzcats fill in number 2 and number 3 spots this week.
Coming in at number 1, the Ohio State University, who is yet to lose under head coach Urban Meyer.
Well, that's going to do us here at Pregame Show. And remember, go Hawks.
And beat State.
Thanks, guys. And that wraps things up for us tonight. But make sure to catch our Friday's edition of the Daily Iowan. Read about which popular Iowa City business is celebrating its 2-year anniversary.
And how the reducing food stamps will affect Iowa's food bank this November.
Thanks for tuning in to Daily Iowan TV tonight.
And be sure to check us out the same time tomorrow or anytime online at dailyiowan.com.
Have a great night, everyone, and beat State.